We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Washington football team. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. They go play action now. Jackson. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. The open man is Smith. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Vincent Smith, 88 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible, or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Ball carrier.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second and 6. Under pressure, and down he goes.
The quarterback.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
And he finds McLaurin. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on first and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brings up second and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go on second and 12. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the...
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Slings this deep from McLaurin, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Doctor. 2nd and 4 from the 31. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you.
And this is caught. And all the way home for a Bronco score.
Touchdown.
Chris Conley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Broncos 21. Washington, nothing. Brandon McManus.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. Broncos, it's a sack. Von Miller able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards there and a Washington first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
7-yard line.
On the run, it's Fournette. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
The ball carrier taken down at the 43-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
21-0 our score after 1.
Score Broncos 21, Washington nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. They'll run with Fournette. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Von Miller in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Taking it about the 16. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Greg Stroman back deep for Washington. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
27-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Fournette, the ball carrier.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 7, operating from the 34. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The sack by Jordan Willis.
And sacked. A loss of 13 yards.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Buying time to his and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
So first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
10 at the 17-yard line.
This is Fournette. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
54 Mike, 54
Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Keelan Cole, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. He can run for it, and he will. 3 yards on the keeper, and it's 4th down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
He'll run it. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Second half beginning with a run from Fournette. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
Check 99. Check 3. Check 3. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should ought to have a few men in the box there.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 more there and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence.
Back to throw now on first down. This one into the hands of Burton. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 3 yards to gain there, 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Check safety. Check safety. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row.
3rd down and 12.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
15 yards the pickup. 1st down, Washington.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Fournette. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And Washington has made this a 1-score game.
It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Makes the score Broncos 21, Washington 14.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
From the 31, Jackson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he He's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Broncos.
Shut up. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. You don't know no better.
To throw is Jackson. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And the Broncos first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
And 6 yards.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. And the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. He's got his tight end Fant. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Denver.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
It's over. It's over.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Broncos 28, Washington 14. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right?
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 79 yards. And Washington able to make this a close game again.
Ryan Suckup.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done.
21.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, So we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And it's 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Turnover on downs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch 54. Nice, sweetheart. 18, pioneer. Light 54. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. He's got Burton here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Fournette. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Being chased out left. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now they try the right side here. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
At the 28-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll have a first down past the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 45 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.
Just a little hiccup. I did be ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, her she was magic, she mixed. Ay, met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cub. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I?
Irresponsible without your money, I'm not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot.